Welcome back. As we coast on the final lap of the program, we take a look at the Nigerian debt market. It is evolving with increasing rates of listings, and its self-regulation and trading management system appears to be gathering some momentum. Now, the head of regulations at the FMDQ OTC platform, Atinuke Taiwo, speaks to Channels Business News Temple Ashaju on the exchange-compliant management framework for infractions tracking and the plans to grow its investors' protection fund.
Tell us about the self-regulatory functions of the FMDQ OTC.
As you know, FMDQ was licensed by the Securities Exchange Commission as a self-regulatory organization. And in that function, we're expected to do two things. While we're trying to keep an orderly and transparent market, we're also expected to produce conduct rules for our members. Their dealings with the investors that come to them for advisory or to purchase debt securities, or as well as their dealings with them amongst themselves on our trading platform. So in that regard, we have a rule-making function that we continually improve upon as the landscapes becomes bigger. We also expand on those rules to ensure that the investors that come into our market are confident that the market is very transparent and that it is orderly and it has integrity. In the second function, what we've done is that we've put together an investor protection fund which will be fully functional by the end of the year, that the investors going to our members know that when they walk to get their financial assets purchased, that there is a fund that at least gives them some comfort just in case that something goes wrong, even though we don't expect that anything would go wrong, but it gives the investors some comfort in that regard. Our market is growing. The corporate bond market is one where we're expecting to be, to grow and expand more in this area. What we've had traditionally has been FGN bonds, and now we're expanding that market to include corporate bonds. The corporate bond market in our financial landscape has been very small. We're hoping to expand it and make sure that the companies that are in the Nigerian financial market understand all of the array of debt capital market products that are presented to them. And these, with our OTC function, makes it more beneficial to companies to be able to get long-term capital than they used to. Rather than just getting equities listed, they can now come to the debt capital markets, get bonds listed, get commercial paper listed, and know that there's adequate price formation and transparency on our platform that is that makes them really fully functional to their benefit and their purpose.
And the Securities and Exchange Commission also mandated your regulatory units of the market to come up with an investors protection fund. Can you tell us about this and how much we have right now in the pool?
The Investors Protection Fund is a SEC requirement. SEC seeks that all exchanges should have an investor protection fund in place, and that fund will be seeded by the members of the exchange to enable them have comfort that when they purchase securities from the members that are on the platform of the exchange, that just in case if that transaction were to fall through, that there is some form of financial protection that they can recover their money just if that transaction does not go through. So it's kind of like the NDIC in a way, that you have an insurance that protects your accounts. In this way, you have some form of protection for monies that you have set aside to buy securities in the debt capital market.
How much is that pool of fund right now valued at?
We are looking at 100 million to start with, and as the market grows, surely the size of the fund will also grow.
Well, tell us about your market organization function for the purpose of investors' confidence building.
We set rules, conduct rules that our members have to follow on our exchange, and those rules are in two parts. Their conduct when they're trading with each other on our platform, and their conduct when they're dealing with the investors that come to them to purchase debt capital securities. In that rule-making function, we give integrity to the exchange, that the investors who come to our market know that the prices they're getting are transparent and fair, and that the rules of conduct between our members make them worth their coming to this market and purchasing their securities in this market.
Let's talk about your membership base in terms of dealing members. How many dealing members does the FMDQ OTC have at the moment?
At the moment, dealing members, we have 26 dealing members. On the whole total, we have 74 members of various categories apart from the dealing members.
How do they trade? Do they do it remotely?
They trade on an electronic platform. The other members have price viewing rights. They are not trading members. The other categories that we have, as you saw this morning, is the sponsorship of securities that come through the issuing houses, and we also have categories of client members who are part of our debt capital markets in some other form. Some of them coming through their commercial paper listings, the issuers who are doing commercial paper, or issuers who are coming to us on their bond listing.
Let's talk about infractions and how you handle that in the market. What are you doing? I know your market is fresh, but what are you doing to, forestall issues like that in the system? Actually,
we've developed and we're continuing to develop our market surveillance program. The dealing members, their infractions and penalties guide, and a lot of it is located on our website on when the members are trading amongst themselves. We're expanding that to include a complaint management framework of investors who can call us if they have a complaint against a certain member over various things. The complaint management framework will be ready by the third quarter of this year. It will also be put on our website. With regards to infractions, as products get listed and as products get put up on our platform, we begin to develop penalties and infractions guide with regard to trading capabilities of those products on our platform.
Our correspondent Tempo Ashaju then a conversation with Atinuke Taiwo, Divisional Head Legal and Regulatory at FMDQ. So it's no longer going to be business as usual at the fixed income market. A lot of things are coming up, including the Investors Protection Fund. The Securities and Exchange Commission is taking a really strong stance with regards protecting investors in the days ahead. But that's the show for today. Many thanks for being a part of it. If you missed it, you can actually watch it online on youtube.com/channelsweb. And of course, don't forget to be part of ongoing conversations on our social media platform. That's talking about Twitter. We're at Biz Morning, or Channels Television, or Channels TV, I beg your pardon, or at Harriet Agbenyi. But that's the show for today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm Harriet Agbenyi.